The Spur Corporation owns Spur Steak Ranches, Rocomamas, Panarottis and John Dory's.
Yeah, those are the flagship brands, but they do own a couple of others like Hossar Grill and so on and so forth. Rocomamas is not 100% owned, it's like a 50% owned. The concept there is that sort of gourmet burgers where you build your own burger. Yeah. Very nice.
I have visited. I can give my experience to be a very, very nice offering, particularly at the Melrose Art Store. 3.5 billion rand in terms of market cap, PE of 16.5, dividend yield of 4.2%. This is a stable, good performer with an extensive track record.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost a 40-year track record now, and it, as you say, I mean, it's been fairly cash generative over the period. I mean, it pays a good dividend yield as well. I think if you look back, sort of maybe 5 to 10 years, it stagnated a little bit, and the share price flattened out, and it was more of a dividend play, and didn't have those growth opportunities. I think it's now looked at what Famous Brands has done, and it really has started to move.
The competition is good,
and competition is good, exactly, especially if you've got the kind of balance sheet and the experience that Spur has to roll out. I mean, they're getting hurt a little bit in the international sphere as well, so they are closing down like their Wandsworth Spur, and they're right-sizing that portfolio a little bit. But I think with the Rocomamas rollout and bringing new brands in, I think they're really aggressively pushing that, and I think you're feeling a breath of fresh air in the company, and I think investors may be getting excited about it again.
Well, do you want to have a look at the share price graph?
So Pierre van Tonder was out with recent results recently, and yes, as Gary said, a little bit of house cleaning going on with some of those underperforming stores, some new stuff coming through. But the re-rating, where it was seen to sort of pick it up and get its game together, happened earlier. Since then, it's been a little bit sideways-ish, but solid.
Can the Rocomamas, potentially the injection of new brands down the line, kick up that share price?
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's also a matter of just the market recognizing it. I mean, not particularly expensively valued for what it is. So yeah, I think you could see some share price appreciation from here. It's all going to depend on if they get it right. Like I said, going through a little bit of not a restructuring, but just a right sizing at the moment.
Right sizing their non-performing assets, as you mentioned, some of the international assets.
That making it more competitive. I think costs going to come out of the business as well there. So yeah.
I suppose you've got to watch your margins incredibly carefully in this
retain
environment.
And develop good people, because when you're a group of this size, you've got to put managers into restaurants. We know restaurants do well when the owner is like there at 11 o'clock at night, but when as a manager you can get stock control issues and so on. So
hot or not on Spur?
Yeah, I think I'll follow Gary and go hot on this one.
Did you give a hot already?
No, I'll give a hot. Yeah.
You're following him before he even called.
You
guys got a mental telepathy thing going on here.
Paul knows me.